So, do you guys have a monotonous routine where you go from class and you go back home and then it kind of repeats? Do schools seem to kind of drag on for you and you just watch the clock tick by? Or are your grades just not where you want it to be? Well, there's a solution to that, and it requires hard work, time management, and one other factor that might surprise you: student engagement. So, student engagement can help promote school satisfaction, give you better grades, and success in college. So what is student engagement? According to Schlossberg's theory, participating in campus activities and student organization reinforces academic learning to permeate into the college life. According to a national survey, National Collegiate Retention and Persistence Survey, first and second years our retention rate for public community colleges is 55%. In a study done in research in higher education, students, there's a study where students kind of were involved in student engagement, and they self-reported that they had a gain in course knowledge and skills, and those who weren't involved in student engagement had a greater chance of giving up. So a few excuses that we give ourselves so that we don't become involved is one, there just isn't enough time to be involved. Two, we kind of isolate ourselves because we think, oh, I don't really want to make new friends because my friends back in high school, they can't really compare. Or three, it's hard to make friends. So let's tackle each one of these excuses that we make. So the one about not having enough time. Well, maybe you can kind of evaluate the time that you are spending throughout the day and really see where you're spending it. Maybe you're on the computer too long, or maybe you're spending too much time on homework or something, and you could displace it so that you could spend an hour or two just becoming involved. Number two, isolating yourself. Now this is something that I feel like freshmen and maybe new transfers are kind of suffer with. I know that I personally kind of did that my first few months here as a freshman. I kind of didn't really want to talk to anybody. I mean, I did like acknowledge people. I just didn't really want to make new friends, and I just kind of eat alone in the cafeteria or talk to my friends on the phone. And I felt like the new friends that I could have made, they just wouldn't compare. They're not the same. And so I kind of went into this spiral. I was just, I felt really lonely, and it's hard because college really isn't like high school. You don't see the same people every single day for the next 4 years. There's different classes and people have time conflicts and stuff. So it was really, really tough for me, and it wasn't until I realized, I would like go on Facebook and look at like, oh, the cool things we did back then, and it kind of made me feel worse about myself. And I would see like my friends from high school like doing fun things with their new college friends, and I just thought, oh man, like maybe I should do something, because like I realized I could do something to get myself out of this funk. And so what I did was I just started talking to the people in my classes, and I joined a club, and it made me feel so much better. I felt like my grades improved, and I felt like just my college experience just became like way better. So the third excuse we make to ourselves is that it's hard to make a friend. And I think we can all kind of relate to that, where it's just like, you walk into a classroom for the first day, and you look around and you're just like, God, I know nobody here, And the hardest thing, I think, about making a friend in a classroom is the first step, which is introducing yourself. And everyone feels that anxiety, and I think that we just need to kind of overcome that and just say hello. And you never know where the conversation can go. So I think that we just need to, just take a deep breath and go for it, Another thing you can do, if you're not really into making friends in the classroom, you can always join a club. And it's usually the people who are in a club are really open to engaging in the activity, and usually have a similar interest or hobby depending on what the club is. So that's a really good way of becoming involved. And lastly, you can become a part of a community. I know here on campus they have like the Rose Float, they have like different student council, kind of science council, and different things like that. You can join in intramural sports, and those are all really great ways to become involved and create a community and where you guys can all become a part of a sort of identity. So picture yourself right now with like awesome grades, a really wonderful support system with people who understand being a student and the struggles of, you know, college, and yourself just being happier. Do you want that? I'm sure that most of us do. So in conclusion, talk to the person next to you in class, join a club, get involved, because ultimately you're benefiting yourself. You'll be happier in college, you'll have better grades, and you'll have something to look forward to in every